Okay, so I actually did a test, and the sound works, and that's all that matters. Since I'm not streaming. I apologize to anyone who wanted me to stream this, but I can't. I tried several times. However, even though I got the quality of it to be pretty good, it kept crashing, and restarting, over and over again, and I hate that. So, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. I will attempt to treat this like I was streaming, though. I will leave the recordings largely untouched, as if you're watching a stream video on, Twitch or something. So if I screw up, I'll keep it in. A dangerous marsh. Let's see what's over here. I haven't been over in this part of the world yet. I have a feeling this is where I should have went first. Because I'm playing this game like I would be playing the original game. And I think that's the problem, because I think this is where I was supposed to go next. I think. The thing is with games like this, is it's really hard to tell sometimes where you should go and where you shouldn't. So, yeah. Lots of fail is to be had here. And I'm already in a town, wow. Yeah, I was supposed to come here first. But no biggie. Unkissed, the mountain town. My neighbor's very rude and noisy. Yeah, I should have figured. Some of that Hawkeye humor there. I'll find you eventually, dude. It's not gonna help. Ancient tomb, eh? Peninsula to the northwest. Hint, hint. Yeah, that would be a problem, wouldn't it? Far to the west? Hint, hint. Okay, can you please move so I can see what this guy's got? Not much, actually. Wow. Let's see, what do I have? Okay, so I need to save up for the hand axe at this point. Can't do anything with that locked door yet. Okay, he did mention the peninsula to our northwest. So, I'm gonna go to the northwest. I could probably turn this up a little bit. Not much, though. I don't want the music to overpower me. That was found the medallion. Haha! My curiosity paid off. Nice. And you can die. Not sure what the medallion does. Nothing happens, of course. Now, Hawkeye says he's an amateur designer when it comes to stuff, and he's not very confident in it. I think he is. I'm not expecting, like, huge, like, professional, like, Final Fantasy, like, 15 stage design or anything like that. You know, but, you know, as long as I can see what, as long as I can see the world that you make and notice little touches like what he did, that's clever. And that's what I'm looking for, is clever stage design. Not professional, but clever. Now, I'm not sure how far I really need to go here before I get into bad territory, but... Ooh, I see something special. Oh, this is leading to the end. Ah. Yeah, you do need... You need 3 stones, if I remember right. And I don't have those. I have, like, 1 stone. But that's fine. I'm not ready for that anyway. But it's nice to know that I know where it is, at least. So, what's down here? Just more diggers. Whatever. Every little bit counts. And I'm back at the bridge, so I think this is actually as much as I can do over in that direction. But that's fine. I'm basically just looking around to see where all these secret areas might be. At this point, I think... Okay, I'll be right back. Gotta check something. Okay, so that took a little longer than I was hoping for, but I'm back. So let's continue. Well, I suppose since I'm recording this, there's no way that I know for a fact that it can't be screwed up. I can feel free and discuss stuff. Okay, so I told Hawkeye I was going to discuss my overall opinions on Dragon Quest. Call Dragon Warrior here in the States for a while. So, let's go ahead and just talk about that, shall we? Dragon Quest 1. It was a very fun game that came out, and let me just say that when it came out, we actually didn't really... We were one of the people who really didn't know what an RPG really meant. We just knew that it was a really awesome game that was coming out, and people were talking about it. And we did get into Nintendo Power subscription. They gave it to us for free, so we were really looking forward to it. Yeah, let me just point out that we really had no idea what we were expect. We had no idea what to expect, and when I first saw it, I was blown away. Like, let me tell you, this game, like, my feelings on it is very complex. Because, like, it really opened my eyes to what video games could really do back then, because, wow. I had no idea what to expect. And it kind of spoiled me, too, because I was really hoping more and more games would be like it. And we really didn't get anything like that. I think the only other RPG we ever had, for a long time, was Final Fantasy. I didn't even know that this game had a sequel until a long time ago. And just a moment. Huh? Okay, that time it was my imagination. I apologize. Sometimes I can't tell the difference because, like, sometimes I feel like someone is calling for me to help them because I take care of two parents. I'm a caretaker, and I thought someone was calling for me, and it was my imagination. So... Anyways, like I was saying though, Dragon Quest. Like, this game... To talk more about the game itself, this was the first game that really introduced... It wasn't the first one to, like, I'm trying to remember, actually. It was like the first one to introduce an idea of currency, something that I could use to make myself strong, that I could collect over time. Because I was a young kid, you know, I didn't understand what currency even really was in the real world. But in this game, I was quick to learn what that meant, because... let's see, the games I had played before were basically just a couple of Mario Brothers games, and maybe Tetris, I think? I didn't have much experience with video games, though, so when I played this... Holy crap. Oh, man. I also remember that this game taught me patience. like if how patient you were, if you were patient enough, you could pretty much accomplish your goals, and that is something that would be carried along with me for a while. It also taught me the importance of saving up money for important purchases, because while a lot of my other family members would pretty much waste money away as soon as they got it, I would always save up, because I knew I could get something really awesome with it. It was great. Now, I remember beating the game for the first time, and I always thought, like I was just a kid, so I didn't really understand the, just the complexity of RPG plots, or what qualified as a plot back then. But I did find it very enlightening. Like, I didn't know how to read. So I did read what was going on, but I didn't have a full grasp of it till years later. But I still remember that it was very important. And it gave me a higher respect for video games and what they could actually do. Unfortunately, outside of Dragon Quest, I wouldn't play another one for years down the road. I didn't even know RPGs were really a thing that were long lasting. I thought this was a one-time thing alongside Final Fantasy. You know, just a couple of games that tried to do something different and just failed, so we didn't see any other games like it. However, as years went by, we did find out that one of my cousins actually had a game called Dragon Warrior 2. And I was like, wait, they made a second one of these? I was like, how recent is this? Because we've been waiting for years to see if there was another game like this. And you know, and he said, it's been around for a long time. I just recently got a hold of it, like, a couple months ago, but I don't really like it, so you can have it. And I was like, sweet! I'll take this. And he sold it to us for, like, I think a couple of dollars at best, because he really didn't like it. So, and I had no idea at the time that was a bargain. Since RPGs like this actually went around for like $50 to $60. I mean, we didn't know that, of course, since we weren't aware of just how expensive RPGs really were. However, we did get it, and we were really blown away by it. Oh, right, the item shop's down here. But, that being said, he didn't fix the trick. Well, this game just got 10 times easier. If I knew more about how to play this game, and if I was more experienced with it, I'd play it legit. I really would. But I forgot a lot about the game, and I remember it being kind of hard, so, let's play it safe, shall we? With one exception. If I get, like, a complaint from doing this, like if this totally illegitimizes the playthrough, then I'll stop. But if no one really complains about it, then I'll go ahead and take advantage of it. Because I'm the type of person that always likes to play it safe. Basically, I'm playing this like it was a modern Dragon Quest, where you could have up to 99 herbs. If you wanted to. But anyways, Dragon Warrior 2. Oh, wait. I have no torches. Shit. Okay, time to go back. But, Dragon Warrior 2, when I first played it... Oh man, this game. Like, when I first started playing it, I could see already how big of an improvement it was over the original, in almost every way possible. I mean, you got more than one party member, there was a much bigger emphasis on storyline comparatively, and I just felt like the world was so much bigger, and it was, but it was huge. Like, we had a map that we ended up buying from a website called Emerald Isle Games that had, like, this colorful paper map that told us where everything was, and oh, thank God for it, because if we didn't have this, we'd be screwed. There would be no way we could have figured all this out. And just... oh, man. I remember dying so much in this game, though, because this game was a lot harder than the original in the first place, but me? I had no idea what I was doing most of the time. I had no idea what I was doing, and as a result of that, I died so many times. I remembered how big of a deal it was that I actually made it to this town called Tun, or Toon, or however you pronounce it, where you get the water-flying cloth, and this was such an achievement for me, because I had been searching for this place forever, trying to figure out how to get there. Because I knew the location, thanks to the map we had, but I had no idea how to access it. Oh man, I feel so proud of myself. Me and my grandma, when she was still playing video games, when we were going through the Cave to Roan, we couldn't figure it out. Like, we had to stop playing the game for months because we just could not figure out how to get past the room with all the holes in it. My grandma was at max level, and she couldn't get past the Cave to Roan. Like, her levels were maxed out and everything. And so she stopped playing it for a long time, until we actually got into a power one time that showed us how to do it. And by the time we figured it out, she was already ready to beat the game. She didn't have to level grind or anything. It was pretty amazing. She got frustrated against the final boss, though, because he kept healing himself, and it seemed like it would go on forever. But, Dark Dweller, eh? Not so bad. He has a lot, too. But Dragon Warrior 2, I love a lot, and it's very underrated. People really hate it because the game is very hard, and the Cave to Roan and the Roan overworld just pisses them off. But I still think it's a great game despite that. I really needed more torches than this, because they go way fast. You again. But Dragon Warrior 2 was definitely a great experience for both me and my grandma all together. And again, we went years without playing anything else until years down the road during the PS1. And... No, actually, wait. Never mind. I actually played a Dragon Warrior game before that. It was actually during a Christmas. Either it was my birthday or Christmas, when I opened up a present that my mom got me. And it actually had a game called Dragon Warrior Monsters in it. And I was like, wait, Dragon Warrior Monsters? I was like... they said, and my mom said, yeah, you said you, were a big fan of Pokemon, right? And I've been told that this is very similar to that series. Only it's Dragon Warrior, and we all like that. And she was right. It definitely was made in that style. And I remembered playing it. And I was really blown away by this game because it was very similar to Pokemon in the mechanics, but it was so much more than just that. Because it was so much more than that. I remember playing this and thinking, wow, I need to, it's really hard to explain in words, which is why I'm stuttering, and how this game made me feel, because it was pretty great. I liked the breeding a lot more than the breeding in Pokemon, I'll say that much, and I liked the way levels affected your growth when you breed. I liked catching monsters too in this, because, as a matter of fact, the phrase catching doesn't really apply here, because it doesn't really apply here, because you weren't really catching them as so much as you were recruiting them by making them happier to be around you using meat and stuff. Oh, and I leveled up. Neat. And I remember playing through the game, and there was a charm to this game. But I had played Pokemon Generation 1 and Generation 2 by this point. But this game, I felt the characters and the story that I had so much more charm than Pokemon did. Not to diss Pokemon, because it was a great series, and I played them a lot. But this game, to me, had so much more of a connection to it. Was I biased because it was Dragon Quest? Possibly. But I still found myself far more connected to it than I ever was with Pokemon. And I really did feel a connection to the main character, Terry, in this. Far more than a CERNed Terry in a later game that I'll get to, but it was really great. Now, I will say this much. When the PS1 came out, which was, the PS1 was already out at this point, but I learned that, yeah, that'll probably do, about a game, that would be coming out soon. Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 for the Game Boy Color. And I didn't really think much of it at the time, because it was Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 on the Game Boy, and I was like, I don't need that. I have both those games already. Why should I Why do I actually get them? Just 4 on the go. I mean, I don't leave the house enough for that to be a problem, so why should I do that? Well, my friend Mike had never really gone into this series all that much. He played Dragon Warrior 1 on the NES over at my house, and he liked it a lot, even if it was kind of archaic for what he was used to. So in order to own it himself, he got Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 on the Game Boy Color. And then he brought it over, and I was like, wait, what game is this? He said, that's Dragon Warrior 1. I was like, no it isn't. He said, yeah it is. I was like, this doesn't look anything like Dragon Warrior 1. He said, well, it does look a little better for being on the Game Boy Color. I said, you're telling me, look at this game. I mean, the graphics look so much more stylish, and the battles, they look so much faster. And did you just get, like, 20 experience from, like, a skeleton? He said, what's wrong with that? I said, everything's wrong with that. Because he said, I'm well familiar with Dragon Warrior 1. That kind of experience should not have been possible. And so, me and him were playing through it, because I had the Super Game Boy, which we could play on the big screen, and that's what we were using for that. It was pretty amazing. And I think it got to the point to where we got to Dragon Warrior 2, and I was like, oh my god, this game is amazing. The point I'm making here is that it was just great. However, in Nintendo Power, we found out, coming soon, Dragon Warrior 3. And I was like, what? A third game? Awesome. Because it certainly took them long enough. And then I read in the text, Reader remade for the Game Boy Color. And I'm like, wait, remade? That seems to symbolize that the game is already out, and has been. So how come I never heard about it? And sure enough, there have been a slew of games that I never knew existed. And they had been out for quite a while, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Speaking of being ridiculous, this dungeon has taken longer than it should be for me. But I did get Dragon Warrior 3 on Game Boy, because I wanted to see what this game was like. And oh my god. Just a moment. Let me see how hard this guy is. Oh, not so bad. Wow. Holy crap. Wouldn't mind fighting him more often. But Dragon Warrior 3, man. If there's a word I could ever describe for Dragon Quest 3, when I first played it, perfection. Everything about this game. Ooh, I found the wings. But everything about this game, it was wonderful. Like the class system, the world map, the music. Oh man, the music. While the overworld theme has that adventurous tone, but can get kind of repetitive, I didn't care, man. This game, like, it eclipsed the other two in terms of quality. Like, when you say the third game, the other two may as well not even be in your mind. Because this game, like, everything about it was improved. And I'm a big fan of those two games, so when I say this, I freaking mean it. It was just amazing what this game managed to pull off. It was also, to my knowledge, the first game that introduced the concept of traditional boss fights. And when I found this out in the game, I would learn the meaning of fear when it came to Dragon Quest and stuff. Oh shit, what have I gotten myself into? I didn't think Warlocks were in the game yet. Managed to beat him barely, but I think he knows sleep. Okay, I found some chests. 75 gold, and what is this? 35. Is there something special in here? I seem to remember there being. Ow. I might look up the map just to see if there's anything special in here, because I know this place is dangerous. Shit. You again. But see, Dragon Quest, and also Dragon Quest 3, now that I'm thinking about it, has one of the best surprise twists in all of Dragon Quest history. It's not the best game that I've ever played, the Dragon Quest series, but it did have one of the best surprise twists in the game. Actually, two of them. The first being that the main bad guy, not really the main bad guy that you fight throughout the game. He's certainly tough, don't get me wrong, but he's not. Oh shit. Oh, it didn't work. Good. You find out that there's a bigger bad guy that you fight, and this guy was massive. He's like a wizard, but huge and strong and imposing. This guy shows up and actually kills people right in front of your face, and you can't do a thing about it. And I remember watching this scene, and I was like, whoa, this guy's not messing around. That moment has stayed with me, and the fact that there's a Dragon Quest that's better than this game is amazing, actually, because I didn't think that would ever be possible. I'll probably just have the enemies kill me because I don't know how to get out. Yeah, I'm just gonna have them kill me at this point. But Dragon Quest 3, amazing game. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the second twist. You actually go to another world, Zoma's homeworld, which is the main bad guy in this, the second one. And you know what his dark world is? It's Alefgard, the world from the first and second game. Yep. Only it's a lot different now, because being under Zoma's dark power, you see that things are certainly different here, because Like, the monsters are really strong. The people are scared to even leave their homes. Kind of like in Dragon Warrior 1, but worse. Death should not have taken thee, Tesla. I will give the other a chance, though. Okay. Well, he fully healed me, at least. But... oh, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get off... I'm gonna get off the subject of Dragon Quest 3. Otherwise, I could spend all day talking about how great it is, but... Then, much later on, I played a couple of games through emulation, which was the only way for a long time we could play other Dragon Quest titles. But I talked to you. But, it was the only way we could play a lot of these. And I'll say this much. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hold that subject right there, because I've been recording for a while. And I'm gonna go ahead and make a new recording. So, I'll talk more about those games at that point.